Hi, and welcome to HUR at Home. I'm your host, Angela Stribling. We've got another amazing lifestyle for you. We've got, oh my gosh, I know you know all about escape. Well, Tamika Scott is here with us tonight, and we're going to talk about the voice of soul. And you never know, she might even want to sing a little bit for us. I'm going to ask. But we're going to get started with celebrity hairstylist Johnny Wright. Now, you know he was Michelle Obama's hairstylist for years. Hi, Johnny.
Hi, Angela. How are you?
I'm doing well. You know, I'm so happy to finally meet you. I've been watching
Me
your hot
too.
TV show lately.
Oh my God, it is hot, isn't it?
Woo,
You
honey,
better let it
to
to catch a
catch a beautician.
beautician. Yes, yes, yes.
So I
It's
want to
so
talk
good.
all about that. We're
Yeah,
in, it's kind of a crazy climate right now in the world.
yeah.
Still going through COVID-19, you know, so many unnecessarily killings going on by police
Hmm.
officers with our Black men, especially.
Yeah.
And the world is changing. So, my first question is, how are you doing and how are you dealing with all of this?
I am doing pretty good. Particularly in the situation that we're in, fighting police brutality against blacks and our community. Um, and also dealing with COVID-19. One thing that I think that is a gift and a gift is being, I'm an eternal optimist. So I always
That's
know
good.
that no matter how dark the time is, it's temporary. And no matter how painful it is, it's temporary. And we're going to get past this, and the best is yet to come. So that is my mantra. That is how I live my life. So in saying all that, even though we're going through a pandemic, even though we're going through a social crisis at the moment, I am still good, and I'm breathing every day and loving every moment of my life.
I love that. That is the
Yeah.
way to live. You know what? Give it all to God. Because,
Yes.
personally, I was stressing about it all too. It's kind of hard not to. But
Yeah, of
then
course.
I just got to the point, I said, I can't do it. I mean, I'm so sensitive. And
Well,
just said, just give it to God.
you know what, and I think this is a good tool that I can leave with your audience. Is something that I decided to do was to choose um, a different path for myself in this time, because what we don't realize is, everything that you do in your life is an exercise, right? You either exercise your muscles, you exercise your brain, you exercise your sensitivities, and all those things. And the more you exercise them, the stronger or more dominant they become. So what I realized is I couldn't keep feeding myself with so much of the heaviness of what's going on in our society and the heaviness that's going on with the pandemic. I had to try to find a way to change my frequency, and that was an absolute choice. Not ignoring what was going on, but I just wanted to exercise other muscles in my brain, so to speak, so it won't become dominant. So to those that are listening and those that are viewing, make sure you exercise balance and have a little bit of an escape. If it's too much on your feed, mute those people for a minute and then find those people that are happy and showing fun stuff and all that as well too. Again, not ignoring it, but you just want to have some balance in your life.
That's great advice, Johnny. And I think you're
Yeah,
absolutely right. Balance is everything. Because I think
yeah,
it's important to keep it in the forefront, though. We can't act like, okay, everything's fine now. So you have
absolutely not.
pay attention
Yeah,
to it. And, I'm a journalist, so I have to post it and keep the information out there. But
yeah,
I also have to protect Angela and
absolutely.
so I'm
Yeah,
happy to hear you saying that you're doing that. Honey, you're
right.
already getting a lot of love in the comments. Yes. We do. We're so proud of you.
Thank
And,
you.
I mentioned one of the things that you do. One of my best friends is Derek Rutledge. We've been
Yeah.
he's one of my BFFs since he did my makeup back, actually, since before I was on BET.
Hmm.
And, he did the First Lady Michelle Obama's makeup for years.
He
And I
did.
know you did her hair for years. How did that whole relationship come about between you and
Eight
Michelle Obama?
8 whole years this I was with her. So I initially moved to Los Angeles back in 2007, but a few months prior to me moving here, and this was like maybe a month or so after they had announced that they were running for presidency on Oprah, my agent by the name of Kim Barboza, who is still my agent to this day,
Oh, good.
he reached out to me and said, "Hey, I got this Essence magazine photo shoot. with the senator's wife. They just announced that type of thing. Would you be willing to do it? And I was like, sure. It was a off day for me. I wasn't in the salon. I went and did her. And at that photo shoot is where we hit it off. Shortly after that, I moved to Los Angeles. But whenever she came to California, I would do her for those things as well too. For Ellen DeGeneres and Jay Leno, for all those appearances she was making while she was campaigning, I was doing it. And our relationship continued to grow. And once they took office, she asked me to move to DC, and I did.
Oh my God. Well, we miss you in DC.
Yeah.
LA is not DC. You know, it's a wonderful thing when someone can find their passion, find their love for what they want to do for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
You are one of the very fortunate ones. You discovered your talent and love for hair at age 12. Is that right?
Yeah. Actually, a little earlier than that. I think I remember. My grandmother said I was combing her hair into a clean ponytail when I was 2 years old. But
a clean ponytail.
I started to have dreams about hairstyles and actually performing those hairstyles around the age of 9 and 10. And then around 11 and 12 is when I made my first client, my mom, sit down and let me put a French roll in her head. And I remember I put a French roll in it and I stuffed it with toilet tissue, but it looked beautiful. Nobody knew that it was toilet tissue.
Nobody knows what's inside.
No, they had no idea. But I had an innate instinct into how to create styles, and I'm still that way to this day. And I've always been able to see something and duplicate something. I could do it. I could see something being done. I'm always been taught by sight. Of course, I've had technical training, but I could see something one time and I could figure it out because I have that innate instinct when it comes down to styling hair. And it's the one thing still to this day, at the age of 42, about to be 43 next week.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Still to this day, it's the only thing that gives me a true escape. Like, I'm in that moment and nothing else around me matters. I really do miss doing hair. I haven't done any hair in over 4 months now almost.
Yeah.
Or since the show, really. Because we stopped filming the show 2 weeks before the pandemic happened.
Oh.
So it worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
But so I haven't done hair in a while, but my clients are starting to call, so I'm about to get back into it.
So, and I know you can't wait. For those of us who are at home, I was telling you earlier, right before we went live, that, I have a lot of hair and it's thick and it's curly and it's natural. But when it's raining, like it is today in DC, it gets really poofy.
Yeah.
So, for many of us who have been, not able to go to the salons, none of us really could, and don't really know what we're doing. What are some of the things that you recommend, like even to your clients who have been social distancing at home, to kind of, what kind of things can we do to just kind of keep it together, but, can't really blow dry it? I know I can't blow dry my own hair.
Well, the thing about it, Angela, I've been saying for a while, this has been a perfect time for you to give your hair a break.
Yeah.
From all of the tension, all the pulling, all the heat styling, and all the things that you do to compromise your hair. This is the perfect time to give your hair a break and just treat it well. Keep it nicely moisturized. Do a lot of massaging of the scalp and stimulate some blood circulation, and you will see a lot of hair growth with that. I tell people all the time, massage your scalp throughout the day, and also before you go to bed at night, and when you wake up in the morning, you will see a big difference.
Wow.
And steam treatments is my go-to when it comes down to a treatment that you could do at home. You could go on Amazon and find a steamer and the hood steamer and put your favorite mask or conditioner on your head and sit under there. And what that's going to help you with is when you're in those humid climates like DC, it helps you fight against humidity a little more. Your hair won't convert so quickly because of the intense hydration that you're constantly giving it when you treat it.
A steamer. I just got a whole lot of good information from you.
And it's good for your hair and your skin. So
yes, steam. Yeah. So you can't use one of those regular steamers that you use in your clothing.
I wouldn't suggest that. That's not that heat is a little too high. You want a steamer that's control heat, or a little hack that I tell people: get a hand towel, not a face towel, but like a hand towel, wet it thoroughly, pop it in the microwave for a minute, pull it out with a tongue because it's going to be hot, wave it up a little bit to cool just a little bit, and then wrap it on your hair after you put the conditioner on there and let that sit until it cools completely. that steam from the towel is steam that you need for your hair.
I
You do
love
that about 3 times, and you get the steam treatment that you want.
Yes, thank you.
Yep.
Come
Yeah.
through with the great advice. I've done something similar to that, giving myself like a hot oil treatment, just real old school. And
Yeah.
put a cap on and do the heat. That's good stuff. Okay, now we've talked a little bit about your TV show. And tell us about that. Now, was that on your list of things that you wanted to accomplish, like be on a reality show, or how did you come to be on this show?
Yeah, so when I moved from Chicago back in 2007, I left over 300 clients back then, and I moved here in hopes to have a television presence. Of course, that got beautifully interrupted by our forever First Lady, Michelle Obama, and I moved to DC to be with her for those 8 years. But once the administration ended, I knew I wanted to get back to that dream that I initiated in 2007. And within 2 years, I landed this show. They VH1 Casting reached out to me through Facebook and thought that I would be a good fit. I came in and auditioned. They went through the chemistry test with Tamar. You see, our chemistry is amazing.
Yes, it's perfect.
And then we went through the pilot. They picked it up for 20 episodes, and there you have it. We shot 20 episodes in 2 months. We did it all of January and February. It was intense, but we got it done.
Your personalities are just so perfect together. And, you know, honestly, I'm new to the show. I'm new. Yeah. And so it's on VH1. And I guess, you know, help me describe it for people who haven't seen it. Now, it's To Catch a Beautician. And so tell us, walk us through it.
Yeah, To Catch a Beautician is, I like to call it like a cross between Botched and To Catch a Predator. Okay,
because it kind of is catching some predators.
Yeah, it's a little bit of that. So basically, what we do is a client reaches out to Tamar and says that they had this hair catastrophe or this hair debacle, and we bring them in and we have a conversation with them and kind of assess what happened. They tell us their side of the story. The part that's like To Catch a Predator is that we invite the stylist to the salon to have an opportunity to work and meet me, which is true, but not in the way that they may think. Work and meet me, and I sit them down in interview style, but it's actually a sting, and they don't realize that Tamar and the client are in a surveillance room. Are you there? Can you hear me?
You're back now.
Okay, sorry.
So the last thing we heard was surveillance room.
So they're in the Tamar and the client is in the surveillance room, and they're feeding me questions to ask them to kind of see if they're going to remember what happened in the situation. And then once we get enough information, Tamar and the client comes run out from the back, and the stylist is always like, "What is going on?"
In shock.
And we kind of do. But then the great thing is, you know, we invite them to a boot camp with me so they can learn some new tricks of the trade, and so they won't ever have to be in this situation again. And they have a moment of redemption, and it's a happy ending at the end all the time.
Which makes it a little bit like the Gordon Ramsay show, where he goes into the restaurants, and in the end, everybody wins.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Congratulations on that show.
Thank you.
Are you enjoying the process? I mean, being on a reality show?
Well, yeah, you know, because I had got approached a ton of times to do reality throughout the years, and I never wanted to do a docu-series because I don't feel like that's, A, good for my brand, and it's not my brand, and 2, it's just not the way that I wanted to market myself and wanted to be portrayed out there in the world. So I wanted to do something that was in my field, that was educational, and I think To Catch a Beautician is perfect for that. It has drama, it has suspense, it's funny, and you get a little bit of both sides of the story and a moment of redemption. So I think it's a beautiful, beautiful show.
Yeah, it's a perfect platform. And it's nice. I mean, the salon that you guys have, it's very pretty. You know, everybody would want to come to your salon. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, thank you for spending time with us. You have so many different celebrities' hair. I mean, just the list is long. I'm not even gonna just cite everybody that you've done, but is there someone that you haven't gotten in their head yet that you want to do their hair?
You know, I never really think like that.
You don't? You don't look at celebrities and say, "Oh, you need me."
Well,
I guess you don't want to put anybody on blast like that.
yeah, it's not my personality, but there's a few out there that like, oh, I can help you with that. But no, no. Other than that, like all the clients that I've ever really felt some type of connection to prior to meeting them, I manifested them in my life, and those people
Beautiful.
were Tamron Hall, Michelle Obama, and Janet Mock. Those are all
Oh,
the people that
wonderful.
I just innately knew one day I would meet them and work with them, and it happened.
I love that. Keep your positive attitude. Keep smiling. Thank you for
Thank
spending time.
you.
You know what? Our next guest, I know you're down with Escape. And
Yes, of course.
wants to, let's just bring her in to say goodbye to you and hello and goodbye, because we're going to
Yes.
have a good conversation with her next. Hi, Tamika.
Hey, Tamika.
Hi, I am massaging my edges. Hopefully, they will grow back.
She takes direction well.
Good job, Tamika. Good job.
Oh, that's awesome. So, all right, Johnny, before we totally let you go, tell everyone how they can connect with you on social media.
I am Johnny Wright 220 on all social media outlets, and of course, you can tune in every Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central, to Catch a Beautician on VH1. You'll have a blast, and it's a beautiful escape from all that's going on right now.
Yeah, it is. We'll be there. Thank you so
Okay.
much, Johnny. God bless
Bye,
you.
guys. Have fun,
Bye.
Tamika. Bye.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you for being so patient. Look at gorgeous you. Hi,
Thank
Tamika.
you.
You know,
Hi. I was enjoying the whole interview. I was back
wasn't it
here. I
fun?
done ordered my steamer. When y'all were talking, I went online and ordered a steamer. I got to get the edges, girl. These edges got to grow back, honey.
I had the nerve to ask him if you can use one of those hand steamers. I was going to do it tonight, but I think I'm going to do like you and just go ahead and order one. How are you doing, lady? How are you
I'm
doing?
good.
Yeah.
It's been great. It's been great. My family's here. I'm extra excited. My daughters are here.
Nice.
So I'm just enjoying this time with my family.
Good. I know with this whole pandemic, the artists are not able to tour. It's, definitely affected your career. But I've been watching you on Instagram and you have not stopped singing at all, thankfully.
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, I like this time because it's allowing me to get really personal with my fans. They DM me, I talk back, have discussions, I pray with some of them. We just have that one-on-one connection now. So it's allowed me to get a lot closer to my fans.
That's beautiful. And to your family. I mean, just having you, there, having everybody right there, nobody can go anywhere. I'm sure that's got to be good.
Girl, let me tell you, they got me cooking. I done gained 20 pounds since the pandemic.
We all
Is
have.
there a trainer in the house?
Yeah, don't even worry about it. But you know what? I got to say, it's your fault. That food looks so good that you cook. Have you? I mean, tell me about your whole cooking career. I mean, that's something you're serious about it.
I cooked my first meal when I was 14. And when I say my first meal, I mean my whole meal with collard greens, oxtails, cornbread, black eyed peas. I've been cooking for a long time. And now my kids, they're so picky. Somebody want real macaroni. Somebody want the box macaroni. Like they like different things. So I have to cater to them. So every time I cook, it looks like a Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, you're a sweet mommy. Oh, they're loving you in the comments too. They're like, love her. I kind of cook. I mean, in this pandemic, I've been cooking a lot more than I ever have. I'm normally the queen of, okay, let me just order this or, pick this up or pick that up and cook once in a while. I've been cooking a lot, but not like you. I mean, yours is a whole nother level. This is a business of yours though?
Well, not really. It's about to be a business because my fans have been DMing me and hitting me on Facebook, and they've been asking me for my recipes. So I said, okay, let me just put a cookbook out. So I wanted to do a cookbook with easy, delicious recipes that anybody can do. You don't have to have a culinary degree to do it. You just do it with love, and it's going to come out delicious. So I'm working on my cookbook that will be out at the end of the year. It's going to be some really good. Yes, and I'm so excited about it. Yeah.
And I love your music. I mean, of course, Escape, but even your solo career, and you came out with this really nice EP. Tell us about Family Affair. I mean, I know that oftentimes when we're going through stuff, that's when an artist can really draw on that and come out with something that everybody can benefit from.
Yes, Family Affair is a compilation of things that I've experienced, things that I had to overcome, being hurt in a relationship, falling in love again, learn who I was, just wrapping my love into my children. It's just a little compilation of the things that I had to overcome. And I named it Family Affair because my family is so heavily involved. I don't know if you remember, but I was pregnant in Love on My Mind video with my oldest daughter, Ocean. So she's singing. Yes, she's singing on, two of my songs. She's singing all the backgrounds on Go Outside in the Rain. And she and I have a song called Reflection. And my other daughter, people know her as the Princess of the South, Princess Young Naya. She's rapping. She's giving out her lyrical vocals on the song. And my husband getting his Kirk Franklin on my inspiration.
Yes. This is a musical family. Your kids, it's in their DNA. They can't get away from it.
Well, so, you know what? Except for one.
Uh-oh.
My youngest one, I hope she's not listening.
She's not.
She cannot sing to save her life. So you know what I did? I put her in dance. Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go. Well, does she try though? Or is she in there trying to sing with the rest of the family?
Girl, I'm like, baby, that is not your gift. But mama gonna find out what your gift is. So we're gonna put you in dance and just pray over them legs.
Just keeping it real with you, baby.
I'm not one of those parents. It'd be a lot of parents that come to me and be like, my daughter can sing. Or my son can sing. And come on, let me hear it. And they'd be like, And I sit there and I smile and I said, you know what? Just keep on practicing, baby.
Just keep on practicing. And that's got to really put you on the spot because they're looking right at you, hanging on to your every word. They're like, they can sing, right? Oh, no.
But I'm not a dream killer. You go in the studio with a good producer, put the auto-tune, and you will come out with a hit.
It's been done over and over and over again. And you do give them the keep on practicing, so you didn't totally crush them. But, I love what you do. I love Escape. I mean, are you guys going to work on any more material as a group, or are you all just doing your solo thing now, or what?
Yes, we are doing a movie about our life. The trials, the tribulations, the struggles that we went through, as young girls in this industry, in a male-dominated industry back in the 90s. So you'll get a chance to see that. Everything slowed down during the pandemic, but we're working on that. We will be working on new music as well, all four of us, and you will see us in another tour. So yeah, we're working. You're going to see all of us down the line, but right now, I have my EP out, Family Affair.
And how can people get it?
Bam!
Bam! Right there.
You can download it on all digital platforms. It's on all digital platforms. Apple Music, Spotify. Help me out, y'all.
Amazon.
Amazon.com. It's on Tidal. Is anywhere digital you can get it.
If they just Google your name, I'm sure they could.
Don't do that. Don't. Some more stuff might come up. No, I'm just.
Now I'm gonna Google you. Wait a minute now.
I didn't do it.
I want to know. Okay, Voice of Soul. I know that you hurt your foot. You hurt your foot, right? Recently.
Girl.
You okay? Yeah, I shouldn't have brought it up, but I figure since
it wasn't the swing this time. 3 years, I think it was 2 years ago, I hurt myself on the swing. My husband and I. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh,
no,
so it wasn't the swing this time. Everybody's like, is it the swing this time? No, it wasn't. I was outside playing with my kids' age. Their age ranged from 26 to 5. So I was outside with my 5-year-old playing kickball on the hill with flip-flops. I know.
Oh. No, but bless your heart for getting out there. There's no shame in that at all. Playing with the kids.
I missed the ball and I fell so hard. I felt the ground shake. That's when I realized how much weight I gained in this pandemic.
Oh, honey.
That's when it hit me. But the crazy part, my husband had to pick all of this weight up off the ground and put me in a car because I thought my foot was broke. So I had to go to the hospital. Yeah.
Oh, poor baby. Well, I'm glad you're okay. Is that him in the background? It's with his comments in the background. Well, I'm glad you're okay. What I was going to say,
I got a little harder the next day. He was like, I got a little harder.
But you're back. You're on the mend. And that's the most important thing.
Yes, I am.
And thankfully it happened close to home. So, you weren't out on the road somewhere.
Yes.
And hurt yourself. So
no more kickball. No more kickball for me.
Maybe not. No. But I was going to say, Voice of Soul. I love that. I love that you're the Voice of Soul. That's a perfect name, right?
Thank you. I guess I accept it.
That's what I saw, that they call you the Voice of Soul.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. And I was just going to ask you, since you're the Voice of Soul and all, it felt like I'm trying to butter you up a little. If you felt like singing it all, and if you did,
sure. I love it.
Good.
Let me sing a little hook of my song "Go Outside in the Rain," which I'm very proud of. Let me see. Go outside in the rain, so no one can see me cry. Go outside in the rain to drown my pain.
Oh my goodness gracious, yes. Thank you for that. And it's just, I don't know what it's doing where you are. It is pouring down rain here in Washington, D.C.
Oh, wow.
That's a gorgeous song, and that's new. All those places that you told us that we could get that music, they're blowing it up right now. So yes, support my girl, Tamika Scott. That's gorgeous. And that one's called In the Rain.
Outside of the Rain. You know what? It's a remake. Malara did that song back in the 90s.
I remember.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Whatever happened to her? I used to really like her vibe.
She's still singing. She's still singing.
Very good. Yeah, I like her style a lot. I enjoy your Instagram. You've got a lot of followers.
Not enough.
Yeah, a lot of love. And, I love the fact that, again, you've kept us all entertained, especially while we're all at home, social distancing. It's as if do you do it to keep your instrument sharp and it just keeps you on point with entertaining?
Yes, I love to share my life with my fans. Yeah. I do. And it's so funny. You were just talking about Tamar earlier. Mm-hmm. Her sister, Trina Braxton, lives 3 houses down from me. So we quarantined this whole time together.
Oh, that's so good.
That is
that's really good. Yeah, that's amazing. Well, I just love it. You've got so many great things on the horizon. I'm going to be looking out for that cookbook. I don't know if I'm going to go as far as you do, but I'm going to try. Why not? You said it's simple.
Simple.
But maybe simple to somebody who cooks a lot.
No, really, believe me, it is simple. It is easy. And when you see it, you're going to say, oh, I should have been cooking all this time.
Okay. All right. I'm going to follow up with you. I'll get the cookbook and then I'll let you know how you're doing, how I'm doing with it. So the only other thing I wanted to ask you is your acting career. What do you want to happen there?
I want to focus on other talent right now. So I started writing different little episodes of a show I'm going to put out. So I want to focus on being behind the scenes because there's so much talent out here. I don't want to hog it. I want to be able to bring new talent in for the world. So I'll be looking for new actors and actresses. So just stay put and make sure you stay on TamikaScott.com or The Real Tamika Scott on IG and just listen out for that. I'll let you know when we have an audition.
I love it. I was just going to ask you what's your social media, but you beat me to it. I love that so much. And I know you're just a beautiful soul.
Thank
a very spiritual person. If you were to give us some words just to keep this is a dark time, for so many people, the world really, and we can use all the inspiration that we can find. So do you want to leave us with something, a prayer or just some inspirational words or?
I just want to tell everybody to hold on, hold on to your belief. Hold on to God. And trouble don't last always. Whatever it is you're going through, God will see you through it. You have to let go and let God and just believe on him and just know that he will make a way in your career, in your marriage, with your children, whatever it is that you're praying for, just believe that you will receive it. And sometimes we have to talk to ourselves. Look in the mirror and you talk to yourself. And you tell yourself, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to get through this because God has my back. Keep your head up and know that God loves you no matter what. There's nothing that you've done so wrong in your life that God will turn his back on you. He loves you and he's waiting for you to come to him and talk to him and let him know that you love him. And everything is going to be all right.
Oh, Tamika, thank you for that blessing. Yes, that was wonderful. Motivational speaker, Tamika Scott. Keep singing, keep cooking, keep entertaining all of us, keep shining that beautiful light of yours.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're going to be following you and buying your kitchen toys, buying your recipes, your cookbooks, your music, and yeah, thanks for just being the light for all of us.
Thank you.
That was amazing. God bless you.
You too, darling.
Wow, HUR at Home Lifestyle. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Thank you to our guests, Johnny Wright, Tamika Scott. We've got a lot more coming up. Make sure you go to WHUR.com for the full lineup. And whatever you do, keep your radio on 96.3 WHUR. I'm Angela Stribling. See you soon.